I couldn't have a launch for 2 and 3 because of
because of COVID, yeah.
Yep, and I had a big one for number 4.
Now, COVID would have affected you with the series. How did that affect you?
It did, yeah. I had to do a lot by phone.
Yeah.
Most often by phone.
Yeah.
Grab the odd chance here and there to meet up with people, but
Yeah. No, that's good. Actually, it's interesting. I've had a few friends who have been prolific authors of books. One of them, he had a publishing contract with Churchill Livingston. They only pay a couple of % royalty, and all the artists can relate to this in terms of record royalties. And he thought, oh wow, all that work and the pittance. So he and his wife formed their own self-publishing company.
Yep.
And of course, any university library, you type in his name and a string of books, he'd write 2 books a year.
Yep.
They turn a bright idea into quite a little business on the side, you know, and it's a way that people do things now. It's like independent musicians now are independently releasing and financing their own thing, and so in a sense you're an independent publisher as well as an author.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing about it, because when I started off, I didn't have any experience at all. And I just took a punt and I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And put everything behind it.
Yeah.
I'm just lucky that people got on board and supported it.
Good.
So I'm very lucky.
Now, besides your book, and of course you've got some books here, and you're going to be doing you're going to sign some of them tonight?
I can,
Yeah, you will? Oh, good. Now, besides that, look, I want to diversify a little bit, and it wasn't in what I sent you, but you're also a celebrated artist, and you've had exhibitions and your artworks hang in art galleries. Tell us about that side of things.
Well, I went back to study art at the age of 40.
Right.
Yeah, so I was a late starter.
Yep.
And always loved it, but never had an opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
And absolutely loved it. So that's where I started with that.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing that now for 18 years.
Right. Oh, good. And of course you've been in a few, you've had a few exhibitions of your work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You share something in common with Phil Manning.
Oh, yes.
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 A publicist mate of mine, he's ex-EMI, he's the guy who discovered Australian Crawl and signed the Saints, you know, and got Little River Band into England and stuff. Mike Matthews, he's based in Melbourne, up in the Dandenongs. He's independent now, he's not with EMI. But he helped Phil Manning with an art exhibition recently.
Oh yeah, I went to the opening. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yes, yeah, Mario's.
I didn't realise, like we all know Phil Manning from Chain and a brilliant guitarist. I didn't know that he's quite a veteran, celebrated artist and has art shows and paintings hanging in art galleries.
He's a very good artist.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And I was lucky to see some of his work when I interviewed him. Actually, went to his place and he was thinking about, you know, should I get back into it? And he's taken the plunge, and he's a beautiful artist.
Right. Oh, good. Well, and now, if people want to see your art, is that on the web?
It is indeed.
What's your website?
PaulineBaileyArt.com.
Okay. And about the book on the web?
Yep, on the same.
On the same site?
Yep, all on the same one.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, I think that's given us a bit of insight there into your book. And now, Volume 4, is there going to be a Volume 5?
Every second person has asked me that question, and
right.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Really, that people are still wanting more, but
yeah.
I still have a list.
Yes.
That never gets any smaller.
I know. I sent you a message of a whole lot of recommendations.
Yes.
I gave you as well, of people to include, particularly from our Sydney blues scene and things like that. But look, it is a tremendous work. Now, with the book, like your self-publishing, are you getting into reference libraries, university libraries and places like that?
Yeah, a couple here and there,
Yeah. No, because, well, having been formerly a university lecturer myself, I know that university libraries have a budget for acquisitions. And so if you did a mail order thing to them, you might find that you'll end up in the various university libraries, and particularly the universities that have faculties of music and the arts, you know. Yeah. Any questions that people would like to ask Pauline about the book?
So, I just want to ask actually about your artwork, Pauline. When you sent our copies, you very kindly included cards of your artwork. So how do you sell those? Like, are they available for people to buy as well?
And yeah, on the website.
It's all on the
Yep.
website.
Oh, good. Now, I just want to work out about pacing of time.
Ross?
Oh,
I just wanted to
Yes.
ask, Pauline, why don't you do portraits of the next of all the people?
I have thought about it.
Because you're a great portrait painter.
Well, it's interesting because that's probably
That's where you
where I
started.
started. Because
Oh, right.
that's a good point, because the first things I did when I went back to study, I did a series of portraits, and it was Pete Wells, Ian Ryland, Lobby Lloyd,
Right. Ah.
Bon Scott,
Yes.
and Billy Thornton. So
Right.
it was those 5 people. And
Yeah.
then I had the Ian Ryland artwork hanging up in a record store in St Kilda in Melbourne. And Kim Balkan walked in and bought the painting.
Right.
And that's how I met him. So
Ah.
that's what led me to where I am now.
Doing his autobiography.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where all that started.
Well, of course, to capture Pete Wells, and of course Dave and Pete Wells were great mates.
Yeah.
Came down from Brisbane and formed Buffalo. We're going to talk about that a bit later on. Yeah, but look, that's wonderful. Now you're going to be signing some books. People can get some books here tonight if they haven't already got one. And we're going to have a couple of breaks, but we're also going to be interviewing Sally and Dave, and also they're going to be doing some cameo performances as well. Now, Carolyn, should we take a break now for some signings and things like that, or go to the next interview?
I'm going to take a break.
Take a break. And by the way, people, the Friendly Bar staff are more than happy to top up your drink or give you another drink and things like that. So drinks there, and look, Pauline has her books down there on the side bench there. So if you haven't got a copy, they are good, and it's a great read. Like I refreshed my reading of it and read Sally's and Dave's before tonight, and I thought, what an interesting way of. That's why I thought it was interesting the way you do your book and your style. You're letting people tell their story as well in that sort of first-person voice, you know.
I wanted them to come across like they were. I wanted them to come across how it came across to me.
Yeah.
As they were talking to me.
Yeah.
That's how I wanted to read. So.
Oh, good. Well, all right. We'll just take a short break. Drinks, amenities out the back, I think, aren't they, Carolyn?
You want it.
Yeah, and smokes out the front for nicotine addicts like me. And Pauline's going to be doing some book signing over there for you. And we'll come back, and then we're going to talk to Dave, and then we're going to be talking to Sally, and they're both going to do a cameo performance for us as well. So thanks, folks.
Thank you.